Alex Pereira is furious, and it's personal. This isn't just pre-fight trash talk. According to UFC star Strickland, Alex Pereira holds a deep, burning grudge against Dricus Du Plessis, and the tension is very real. What started as fight hype has escalated into something far more personal. For Pereira, this isn't just about rankings or titles, it's about respect, pride, and unfinished business. This rivalry is intense, raw, and ready to explode inside the octagon.
Alex is a good dude.
Yeah.
Man. He's a good dude. We doesn't even speak English. Me and Alex, but we've never really talked to each other. We spar all the time, but we've never really had a conversation. It's just like chama.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I'm like, that's all he'll be able to say. But it's not about that. It's about moral support. Probably help you warm up backstage.
I think also part of, he also wants to murder Dricus for some reason. I don't know why. Like every time.
So you think he's just there to try and line that fight up?
Dude, no. I don't know if he wants to make middleweight, dude. But like, you want to talk about someone who has hate in their heart? Oh, Alex.
Pereira?
Yeah.
For Dricus?
Dude, I think he's just an anger. I mean, he's just a fucking violent.
Alex Pereira hate him so much to fly down here during a training camp and corner you.
You know, man, Alex, and let me tell you something about Alex, which I respect him most about. You know, Alex has all the money. He came to America to land it free. He's not going to get robbed in Rio. Well, he might, but he has no reason not to be happy. You know, he should be happy, gets all the women, has all the sports car, but he harbors so much hate in his heart, you know, and a part of me respects that because like it takes a real man to not become soft because money, and Alex just harbors the hate. So, hey, I respect you, Alex.
Do you think he actually does dislike Dricus for some reason, or is he just wants to back you up?
No, dude, I just think he harbors hate. I think Alex is one of those guys, dude, that like, you know, he's like a fucking bullet, dude. You just point him in the right.
Pereira is going to be in your corner. Is that going to be tough? Can you understand Portuguese, Sean?
Absolutely not. He definitely doesn't understand Portuguese.
No, no, dude. I've never talked to Alex in my entire life. Really? Do you think me and Alex have ever had a conversation? We train together. I talk shit, and he just sits there fucking angry, nodding. He doesn't know what the fuck I'm saying, dude.
I guess it's more of a moral support. I mean, what's he gonna? He wasn't in his training camp. He wasn't coaching him. He's not gonna transfer his powers to him.
He can only really say Shama. So you don't know what Shama means?
Yeah, maybe you hate in your heart, let it out.
Do you know what Shama means?
Not a clue.
If I had to guess what Chama means, just let the hate out.
So how is that going to help you in your corner?
Dude, I really think Alex just wants to be in my corner because for some reason he wants to murder Dricus.
Do you think Alex Pereira is there to take a closer look at you?
Oh,
Sean Strickland got this man code, and he believes in it. Like, you got to get your ass kicked every now and then. If you agree to get in there with him, you're essentially agreeing to let him beat the f out of you because you don't really have a chance. But in Sean's defense, when he lost to Alex Pereira, one of the first things he did was go to Connecticut to Glover Teixeira's gym where Alex trains and train with him. When he was training with Alex Pereira, he was light sparring with Alex Pereira because he's smart. Because you can't, that guy's not Sneeko. Pereira's a monster. So he was sparring with this monster. He's like, let's just be friends. Let's just be friends, buddy. It wasn't any of that cheat codes.
Alex Pereira and Sean Strickland weren't exactly friends at UFC 276. But after Pereira knocked Strickland out cold,
real bad. They don't understand the art of striking. They want you to go be on the short bus like Dricus. They want you to ride the short bus. The man looks like he has Down syndrome, all right? I'm sorry, I don't fight that way. I'm an intelligent man. I'm an intelligent man sometimes. Not really. I like to use the brain, but if the people want it, if the judges want it, if fans want it, we're just gonna go in there and put them hands up and, you know, give it to them. Not like that. Not like that.
Like I had fucking, yeah, it's crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
So, man.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's all good, dude.
We can just sit here.
Nah, it's all good, dude. 6 seconds, just process it. It's real hard things that people don't understand, like trauma, you know? I mean, the day, dude, like, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you can post this. I don't care.
Oh, dude, I don't have any.
No, it's all good, dude. I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like, it is what it is. Like, people understand, like, when I talk about, like, oh, I'd kill a man. It's like, you don't understand, dude. Like, you go through that level of trauma, like, you just be a little different. Because my dad would get home drunk, start drinking at, like, 6. He would get home at, like, 7. And like just be up until like 3 a.m, just like tell my mom, tell my mom she's a whore, he's gonna kill her. Like, dude, I remember like laying in bed. Like, I remember I stopped believing God, man. Like, fucking, like I had fucking, yeah, it's crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit, man.
Yeah. It's okay, man. It's a lot of that sad, dude. I used to be scared at night. Like, I used to stand up. Like, I heard when I was a kid that, like, if you peed around your, like, animals could pee somewhere that other animals wouldn't come. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that? Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
So,
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's all good, dude.
I started fighting professionally at 19. And obviously, when I was around, I would say 23, 24, Israel Adesanya was already UFC champion. And for 6 years, the man has been at the top of the pile, and he's been the benchmark of what you need to be able to beat to become the greatest in the world. With that building up in my head, watching him, seeing how incredibly good he is, and it also serves as a motivator. And then all of a sudden, you're in the mix. You're the top of the mountain. You're the champion. But yeah, I've said it before. The nerves for that fight was something. I would say the most nervous I've been for a fight. Even more nervous than fighting for the title itself, purely because knowing the pedigree that I'm fighting. You're fighting a guy that can literally, with one mistake, put your lights out.
But do you look at that as a potential opportunity? Because obviously Pereira's a big star, he's the light heavyweight champ. You want to do that, I heard you saying a second ago. With him being there, does that create a bit of a storyline and, as I say, create opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's setting up the story. It's setting up for something that can be massive in future. But right now, I have Sean Strickland in my crosshairs, and after that, there's still a lot of work to be done at middleweight. Alex Pereira is the fight that I want. I know he's a bit older, but I mean, the man looks incredible. He is, for me, one of the greatest combat athletes that's ever walked here. Just in general, what he's been able to do in this sport in such a short period of time, it's incredible. So for me, my focus is right now is defending my belt until there is no doubt that I'm the best middleweight, and then going up, and hopefully he's still around by that time. Hopefully that is something that's a possibility. I would love that opportunity. I would love to share the octagon with him and fight somebody with that.
This to me tells me that Pereira and Strickland are building a relationship that's very strong. Why? Because we already know that Alex Pereira has a fight on the books, Las Vegas, UFC 313. Alex Pereira is going to be fighting a guy who could be his most formidable opponent because of the style. But what we also have to take into effect is that Pereira feels that his relationship with Strickland is so strong that he's willing to travel across the world to corner him. To me, it seems dangerous. It seems risky for Alex, knowing everything that goes into a training camp and how hard that travel can be on your body. Trust me, guys, it is a risk. Now, one thing I won't do is question Alex. I'm done. Because he has proven it time and time again that whatever he is doing is right. Yes, he is one of the greatest fighters of all time in the shortest amount of time I have ever seen anyone build a legacy that is that strong, or a resume that is that strong. This dude's the man. And if he gets through this next challenge, I'm going on the record and saying that light heavyweight is going to have a Peloton problem for a really long time.
Nastiest human beings ever.
I interviewed Tom Aspinall in London.
Another one.
He wants to fight John Jones.
He wants to fight everybody, man.
He thinks he'll beat John Jones.
Yes, he does. I love it. I love that. And a young, aggressive, talented heavyweight that he actually wants to fight all the best. The problem in this business is you have guys that say a lot of things publicly, but behind the curtains don't mean it. Don't really want these fights. Tom Aspinall is not that guy. Tom Aspinall wants to fight all the best in the world, and I love that.
How good is he?
Very good. We're going to find out, though. We make this John Jones fight, and obviously a fight like that for a young, talented heavyweight, and if he can win, he can beat John Jones, it's life.
If he doesn't decide to retire, he absolutely, positively fights Aspinall.
Not Pereira.
Yeah, he's not fighting Pereira.
Is this what it comes down to, Dana? He retires or he fights Aspinall?
Aspinall was a middleweight that moved up to light heavyweight. He's also a kickboxer who's done very, very well in MMA. His wrestling isn't even near the level of John Jones, and John Jones is way bigger than him. If John Jones wants to fight again after Saturday night, he will fight Tom Aspinall.
Could beat these guys, absolutely no problem. These guys, two guys right at the back end of the career, mate. I've been fighting guys in the prime for the last 10 fights. And granted, these guys' level is above the guys I've been fighting, but I've been active. I've been running through contenders, literally running through contenders. Stipe's not won a fight in 5 years. John Jones has had one fight in 4 years. You know what I mean? I'm ready to step in if I need to, no problem.
He wants to fight John Jones.
He wants to fight everybody, man.
He thinks he'll beat John Jones.
Yes, he does. I love it. I love that. And a young, aggressive, talented heavyweight that he actually wants to fight all the best. The problem in this business is you have guys that say a lot of things publicly, but behind the curtains don't mean it. You know, don't really want these fights. Tom Aspinall is not that guy. Tom Aspinall wants to fight all the best in the world, and I love that.
How good is he?
Very good. We're going to find out, though. You know, we make this John Jones fight, and obviously a fight like that for a young, talented heavyweight, you know, and if he can win, he could beat John Jones.
He's going to come back. He's going to take the hardest fight of his career, who they say is the greatest heavyweight we've ever had. Ends up getting hurt, can't do the fight. Insert a gentleman, Sergey Pavlich. You then told John Jones that he would not fight Sergey Pavlich. In Sergey's very next fight, he went down to a British gentleman called Tom Aspinall. I mean, as sure as night follows day. Tom Aspinall is the guy. And John's looking around and going, hey, one thing at a time, and I got this thing. And while you guys are trying to pull me over in the Alex Pereira direction and you're pulling him in the Tom direction, I can't let you succeed. After John fights Stipe, guys, he fights Tom Aspinall. Well, what if Stipe beats him? Go ahead and beat him. Stipe is sincerely retiring after this fight. So if Stipe beats John and we now have a vacated title, it's John versus Tom. If John gets over on Stipe, Tom, who's going to be sitting right there in the front row with his nice, beautiful, shiny belt, and John standing there talking to Joe Rogan with his nice, shiny belt, the fight would be made right there.
When guys that size fall, it's heavy, you know what I mean? You can hear, you can feel the octagon shake when they fall. And I was massively overlooked in that fight. No one gave me a chance at the time. He was just unbeatable. Everyone just thought he was unbeatable.
He changes nothing if I beat him. Beating Tom is just like beating Cyril Gain. Has a whole country behind him. He's hot right now. What happens to me after I beat him? Nothing changes for me. I'm not ducking Tom Aspinall. The Tom narrative came out of nowhere. He won a belt and now suddenly I'm ducking him. I've never had negotiations to even fight him, if this makes sense.
Yes, the clarifying question then is, if Dana and Hunter do come to you after this fight, they make the figures make sense to you, would you then be open to fighting Tom Aspinall, or are you categorically thinking, he does nothing for me, I will not fight that guy?
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me. If you're a person that wants to see me really challenged, then I get it. 7 years younger, like 35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this John's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him. Let's see how he does against that. I get that narrative. But for me, if you were my manager, if you were on my team, why not fight against Pereira, a guy who's the same age as you, and we walk around the same exact size? Business-wise, it makes more sense. Fight the, I'm gonna call him this, fight the nobody that may be more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades, who's incredibly dangerous.
Jones fight, and obviously a fight like that for a young, talented heavyweight, you know, and if he can win, he could beat John Jones.
I do want to challenge for the heavyweight title, but I'm waiting for the perfect opponent.
Are you going to gain weight, or are you going to fight at the weight you're at?
I'll fight right around 230 to make sure my endurance and speed and agility is where it needs to be. I've beaten up a lot of heavyweights, man. I've submitted a lot of heavyweights. I've slammed a lot of heavyweights. I've manhandled a lot of heavyweights. And I've done it right at the weight I am now. So I know that I'm capable. I just want to make sure that I compete against the right stylistic matchup for me when I do go to heavyweight and challenge for that title.
Or division, the top of it is a bit confusing with John Jones, Tom Aspinall. If those two do fight, obviously John has this crazy legacy, but do you think Tom might be the legend destroyer that could finally take him out?
To be honest, I don't care. When the fight happens, we find out, and I'm moving forward from there.
You know, Aspinall to me is no difference than an old St. Prude or Dominic Reyes or Anthony Smith, being like just another up-and-comer that's exciting right now. And I'm not into gambling my legacy for what's exciting. I want legends on my resume.
185 pounds for Israel Adesanya. 185 pounds from Nasruddin Imavov. 185 pounds for Shara Bullet Magomedov. 185.5 pounds for MVP.
Is he doing
Peoria or Aspinall?
Aspinall.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Aspinall. I think they're trying to come to some sort of an agreement. The rumor is that he wants $30 million, and that the UFC's going to pay it. Hopefully.
If I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say I want that fuck you money to the point where if I won or lost, that it really wouldn't matter.
I agree with him, though. Him and Peoria would be the
Pereira.